It's March 23rd, 2022, a Wednesday morning that would change the cryptocurrency world forever. Players around the globe are logging into Axie Infinity, one of the most popular blockchain games ever created. They are breeding digital creatures, battling other players, and earning real money while they play. It's the stuff of dreams for millions of gamers worldwide. But something is terribly wrong. Deep within the game's infrastructure, hackers are methodically draining the Ronin Network, the blockchain that powers Axie Infinity. In just a few hours, they will steal $625 million worth of cryptocurrency. This isn't some random group of basement hackers or a sophisticated criminal organization. This is North Korea, and they've just pulled off one of the largest cryptocurrency heists in history. Here's how they did it, and why this attack changed everything we thought we knew about digital security. The year is 2018, and a Vietnamese game developer named Trung Nguyen has a revolutionary idea. What if you could create a video game where players actually own their digital assets? What if those cute little creatures you collect and battle could be worth real money? This concept would eventually become Axie Infinity, a game where players breed, battle, and trade digital pets called Axies. But Trung's vision goes far beyond just another mobile game. He wants to create something called play to earn, where gamers in developing countries can make a living wage just by playing his game. It sounds almost too good to be true, and for millions of players, it becomes exactly that. By 2021, Axie Infinity has exploded in popularity, especially in countries like the Philippines and Vietnam. Players are earning hundreds of dollars per month, sometimes more than their traditional jobs pay. The game operates on something called the Ronin Network, a specialized blockchain designed to handle millions of transactions quickly and cheaply. It's like a digital highway specifically built for Axie Infinity's massive player base. The Ronin Network uses what's called a proof of authority system, instead of having thousands of computers verify transactions like Bitcoin does. Ronin relies on just 9 validator nodes. Think of these validators as digital gatekeepers. To move money in or out of the network, at least 5 of these 9 validators must approve the transaction. It's designed to be fast and efficient, but this efficiency comes with a hidden vulnerability that North Korea is about to exploit. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in Pyongyang, a different kind of game is being played. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea faces crippling international sanctions that have cut off most traditional banking channels. But Kim Jong-un's regime has discovered something fascinating about cryptocurrency. It doesn't care about borders, sanctions, or international law. If you can steal it, you can use it. North Korea has assembled what intelligence agencies call the Lazarus Group, one of the most sophisticated hacking organizations in the world. These aren't amateur cybercriminals working for personal gain. They're state-sponsored hackers with a mission: fund the regime's nuclear program and keep the country's economy afloat, despite international isolation. The Lazarus Group has been responsible for attacks on banks, cryptocurrency exchanges, and financial institutions around the world. They've stolen billions of dollars over the years, but they've never attempted anything quite like what they're planning for Axie Infinity. This attack will require months of preparation, social engineering, and technical expertise that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in cyber warfare. The beauty of the Ronin Network's design is also its greatest weakness. Those 9 validators that make the system so efficient also create a single point of failure. If hackers can compromise just 5 of them, they can essentially become the network itself. They can approve their own transactions and drain the entire system without anyone knowing until it's too late. Sky Mavis, the company behind Axie Infinity, believes their system is secure. They've implemented multiple layers of protection and constantly monitor for suspicious activity, but they're about to face an adversary unlike anything they've ever encountered. The North Korean hackers aren't just trying to steal money. They're conducting what amounts to a military operation against a civilian target. What happens next will expose fundamental vulnerabilities in how we think about blockchain security and force the entire cryptocurrency industry to reconsider everything they thought they knew about protecting digital assets. The attack begins not with sophisticated hacking tools or complex malware, but with something far simpler and more dangerous: human psychology. In early 2022, North Korean operatives start researching the employees of Sky Mavis, the company behind Axie Infinity. They're looking for weak points, and they find one in the most unlikely place. A senior engineer at Sky Mavis receives what appears to be a lucrative job offer from a prominent cryptocurrency company. The recruiter is professional, knowledgeable, and offers an impressive salary package. Over several weeks, they exchange emails and even conduct video interviews. The engineer is interested but ultimately decides to stay with his current position. What he doesn't realize is that this entire recruitment process was an elaborate trap. During one of their conversations, the fake recruiter sends the engineer a PDF document containing details about the supposed job opportunity. The document looks completely legitimate, but hidden within its code is something sinister. The moment the engineer opens that PDF, malicious software silently installs itself on his computer. The North Korean hackers now have their foothold inside Sky Mavis. This technique is called spear-phishing, and the Lazarus Group has perfected it over years of targeting financial institutions worldwide. They don't just send random emails hoping someone will click a malicious link. Instead, they spend months researching their targets, understanding their interests, their career aspirations, even their personal relationships. They craft personalized attacks that are almost impossible to distinguish from legitimate communications. Once inside the engineer's computer, the malware begins its reconnaissance mission. It quietly monitors his activities, captures his passwords, and maps out the internal network of Sky Mavis. The hackers discover that this particular employee has access to 4 of the 9 validator nodes that secure the Ronin Network. They've just gained control of nearly half the system with a single infected PDF. But 4 validators aren't enough. They need 5 to execute their plan. And getting that 5th validator requires an even more audacious move. The hackers discover that Sky Mavis had recently partnered with Axie DAO, a decentralized organization that helps govern the game. As part of this partnership, Sky Mavis had been given temporary access to Axie DAO's validator to help with network traffic during a particularly busy period. Here's where the attack becomes truly brilliant in its simplicity. The hackers realize that Sky Mavis never revoked their access to the Axie DAO validator, even after the traffic surge had ended. It's a small oversight, the kind of administrative detail that gets lost in the day-to-day operations of a rapidly growing company. But for the North Korean hackers, it's the key to the entire kingdom. The North Korean hackers execute their plan with surgical precision. Using the compromised credentials, they approve massive transactions to wallets under their control, draining 173,600 Ethereum and 25.5 million USDC tokens. It takes them just minutes to steal $625 million. But incredibly, nobody notices for 6 days. When the theft is finally discovered, the cryptocurrency world reels in shock. This wasn't just a heist. It was a wake-up call. The attack exposed how a few compromised accounts could topple an entire blockchain network Sky Mavis scrambles to rebuild, implementing new security measures and expanding their validator network. They eventually recover some of the stolen funds, but the damage to trust runs deeper than any financial loss. The Lazarus Group, meanwhile, begins the complex process of laundering their stolen cryptocurrency. They use mixing services, decentralized exchanges, and a network of accomplices to convert their digital theft into usable funds. Intelligence agencies estimate that this single attack provided North Korea with enough resources to fund their weapons programs for months. Today, the crypto industry operates under a new reality. The Axie Infinity hack proved that nation-states aren't just observing the cryptocurrency revolution from the sidelines. They're actively participating as adversaries. Every blockchain, every exchange, every DeFi protocol now operates knowing that somewhere in Pyongyang, hackers are studying their code, looking for the next vulnerability to exploit. The game had changed forever, and North Korea had just shown the world exactly how high the stakes really were.